for me personally, the thing that I was thinking about the most, or the person that I was thinking about the most, was Omega or Omega. Omega.
Yeah,
So
sounds like Omegle, where you like go and like look at people randomly
yeah,
on video
yeah.
chats.
Well,
Good.
before we leave the premiere, I wanted to do an analysis of Omega before we get into episode two.
Okay.
And that's because for me personally, again, I want, or I thought, predicted she's going to be force sensitive. Maybe that is what the Kaminoans were trying to do, create a force sensitive clone. And that was her
Oh, dude. I
quote
hope that's
unquote,
the case.
quote unquote mistake, loosely mistake there.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's do this analysis real quick. Immediately, she recognized Hunter during that Order 66 speech. A few seconds later, she vanishes when Hunter looks back at her. When I saw that, I was like, okay, man, they are really teasing force sensitivity already. That was my interpretation. We clearly see more baby clones in development, so maybe that Omega name, like, what is that now? Because Omega, we always said that means last clone, but we see Tarkin look at babies in the tubes. So are we looking too much into that name? Is she not? Oh, obviously she's not the last clone. What do you think? Like, is there just not as much to that name as we thought there was?
I think there might be, but it's going to kind of go in the sense of where you're going with this, with the force sensitive stuff, that maybe she's named that because she's the one, like, to them.
Mm.
And that's why she's letting her like fault the Camonians. How you say it?
Camino and
Caminoans. Yeah, I mess it up too. Don't worry. I said it right the other night and I
yeah,
can't say it today.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
they're like letting her follow them around and like they help her like to safety
Mm-hmm.
because I don't understand that play, by the way. I don't understand that play. Not at this point. Like, why did they save her and let her go with the Bad Batch? I don't know.
Yeah, and I
I'm
think
very interested.
that's definitely gonna play out. We'll
Hmm.
definitely get those answers. But I was immediately like questioning myself because the fan base as a whole, when we saw Omega was the name, everyone was like, okay, she's the last clone. But we already get confirmation that
Hmm.
that's not true because Tarkin's looking at baby clones. So I wanted to just discuss that really quickly. Tech confirms that she is an enhanced clones. They're an enhanced clone. Again, why would the Kaminoans develop a secret enhanced clone? Again, maybe we've discovered something tonight as we've discussed this. Maybe they weren't necessarily mistakes, quote unquote, air quotes. Maybe
Yeah.
they've been doing this to try to develop their own super army, I guess, or these super individuals to maybe back them up in case things went bad. Any thoughts
and
on
and
that before we go to the
and
next thing?
she's a girl, right? Like, is that not a big deal?
Yes. Yeah. Hmm.
I,
There's
I
so much to this character, man.
like, is that not a humongous deal? I feel like no one is talking about that on my Twitter, at least.
Yeah.
That she's a clone girl.
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like that's a
And we have
big
not
deal.
seen evidence of that anywhere else.
I, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's enhanced and she's a female. She's not a male clone. Like, that's
Right.
humongous to me. That's why I say the Omega name may mean like they did it. They made the force sensitive clone or whatever, and that's why she's allowing her to go with the Bad Batch so that she stays alive. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Pure
Yeah.
speculation
Yeah,
in
no,
that
that's
point.
fair. That's fair. And we're fully speculating. Anytime we
Yeah.
talk about Omega,
Yeah.
whatever, we're fully
Yeah.
speculating about her until we get further
100%.
answers. Um,
100%.
Force sensitivity teases again when she senses that something is off with Crosshair in the prison cell and knows what he's going to do in the future. Like that threw me for a loop immediately as soon as she's made that comment. And then she senses Crosshair coming before the doors open in the hangar. Like she says, you're not going to have to go find him. He's here before the hangar doors even open. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, you know what? She's got to be force sensitive. We keep getting these teases, man. And then the
So,
last one, she doesn't miss with the blaster, and she says it was the first time. Like
so
total Ray Skywalker vibes
yeah.
already there.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
what I will
anyway,
say about the crosshair thing is I got the sense that she was in those meetings and she like knew that his inhibitor chip was getting
Okay.
electrified or whatever, and that she knew he was coming for them. That's how I read it. I didn't read it as force sensitive. I ain't trying to blow up your idea.
But what, she was in the cell with them the whole time.
That's what I was about to say. So at the time they're doing all that, they pull him out. She's in the cell, right? And then that's when they're frying his brain and stuff. So that's why I'm saying that maybe she knew that was the plan, but I'm reaching as well. So I don't know.
Maybe
I hope you're right. And the reason the reason you might be right is that last one where you talk about her shooting a blaster. Like, I've never shot the blaster before. It's like
nails it perfect.
But you smoked it. Like,
yeah.
It's a straight up Ray type thing where it's like, I don't know what I'm doing, and you do it perfectly.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with you on that
one.
Well,
I think we might have to do an Omega analysis like almost every episode. Because I feel like 1000% at this point, she is the most interesting, most, I guess, behind the scenes character that we got right now to dive into.
And it's such a Filoni thing to have, by the way.
Yeah.
This random girl that is, powerful but cool and like,
right.
I don't know. Like, I'm not chirping him. I'm saying like in a good way. Like this is his strike zone, and I'm happy to see him flexing here.